Greetings, greetings, greetings. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Come on into the room, come on into the room. I am your host, Chantel Sierta Shakim, coming again live on location from the house of Shakim, tapping into the universal energy of the day, just seeing what Spirit has to say. You know, this is our Friday. I hope you all are doing well, that you had a great week, that everything happened according to your plan. And even if it didn't, I hope you were able to align and still see just how good it can get. All right? As we come on here to tap into universal energy, I do use tarot cards, and the first card out is the Hierophant. Okay? The idea and the title of today's reading is Divine Time. And the Hierophant shows up. And the Hierophant is always speaking about how we show up. How are you showing up in your life? Okay? How are you aligning to the things that shine bright? You know? How are you being your own mentor, guru, and guide on this journey called life? This is what we're tapping into, because it is the time for you to show up and do what you do. That's what they said to me. Okay, so here we go. We normally get 7 cards. That is the first card out. We will tap into 6 more cards for this tarot insight. Welcome in, Evan. How are you? Welcome in, everyone. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for coming through. I'm just going to shuffle them a little bit better because none wanted to just pop out and do what they do, okay? So here we go. We have the Hierophant as the first card. The second card out is the High Priestess. Knowing everything that you need to know is already in you. You can release the need to know all of the answers and just follow your divine direction. Okay? It's not about having to figure it out before we show up. And these 2 cards came out. This is how the world is supporting us. This is a major arcana card. It's all about being in flow. It's all about letting the things go that no longer serves, so that you can truly birth into this now reality those things that you desire. Seeding and nourishing the seeds that have been planted, okay? Your thoughts, your visions, your dreams, your inspirations, your aspirations, or inspirations and what you are aspiring to do. Not aspirate. Please don't aspirate. That's the nurse. Okay, but your inspirations and the things, the seeds that you have planted, this is the time to know that in divine time, they will come forth and produce the fruit that you sent out for it to do. This is also in that energy of being mindful of how you speak to you. As you begin to show up in this universal energy of this 7 of Wands. This is where you create the world you live in. And it can be so abundant. But you have to take time to be loyal to yourself. Understanding that sometimes no one else is going to see it. Sometimes people are not going to understand it. Sometimes you may just have you, me, myself, and I, you know, that is sitting here doing the work. And that's okay too. You know, sometimes we have to take that time to be alone with you, to be alone with yourself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll get 1 more card, please, to close out this reading. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. If y'all don't mind, tap the screen, heart me. Do what you can to support the energy as the Lovers pops out for you and me. This is a collective read, okay? This ain't just for me, but it's for you and me. So yeah, and all those others who will see. So we are tapping in again, ending on the love frequency, the lover, as we show up to show love not only to ourselves, but to humanity. How do you show up in that place of love? How do you show up being the brightest light? How do you really begin to know without a doubt that what you are doing is right, so that you can truly begin to birth the world that you want to live in? You know, it is within you. As within, so without. As above, so below. This is where our creation begins to flow. This is the things that we have seeded into our conscious mind, the things we have seeded into our I am, the things we have seeded into our program of being, to either find ourselves in this serene place of our bubble looking bright and we are in a place of zen and light, or if we find those things that need to support us, to bring us again to our highest light. Okay? I am my own guru. I am my own guide. And I can take, what is it? I can take the word. I can take peace in knowing that I'm showing up. And that everything I love, because this is the King of Pentacles, everything that I love will also be found there as well. And sometimes it may be boring as HELL, you know, but that's this earth experience, you know. So what are you willing to make of it? How are you seeding your brilliant future so that you can truly begin to see it being birthed? These are on both sides of this card in this reading. So it's that one, this one comes first, then this one, and then this one. Okay? So we are seeding. So they want us to tap into that energy and read from the book so that you can get a clear understanding of what, first off, it looks like to be in this Seven of Pentacles energy for such a time as this. This is our divine time. This is the time that we have to show up, understanding what we have planted, understanding how we are nourishing and sustaining the life that we want to live. It all is in the mud, but it has to come up out of the mud. That is where it's being birthed. Okay, so Seven of Pentacles. We're going into the book. Welcome in. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the taps. Thank you for the hearts. I am so grateful and thankful that you have shown up to allow me to share this energy with you and to share the space with you. So give thanks, give thanks. Here we are, the Seven of Pentacles. It says, as I said, I give thanks. As I give thanks for what I am about to harvest, I know that my life is headed in the right direction. As I give thanks for what I am about to harvest, I know my life is heading in the right direction. What did the title of this say? Divine time. Understand that everything happens in divine time, but you have to give thanks for it. You have to give thanks for what you are about to birth, knowing that you're headed in the right direction. Sometimes you may have to get in your own little bubble. Sometimes you may have to become the first card out of this pool, the Hierophant. I am my own guru. I am my own mentor and guide. We're going to read that on the other side. But first, we're going to tap into this Empress energy, okay? Major Arcana. This is life shift changes, okay? Empress energy says, I am ready to give birth to my richly, give thanks, abundant life. We give thanks. That's how spirit shows up. I give thanks that I am about to, what did it say? I am ready to give birth to my abundantly rich life. This is where it's moving us into the King of Pentacles. That's where it all shows up and gives us everything that we desire on earth as it is in heaven. And this is that heavenly experience, okay? First it says, I am ready to give birth to my abundantly rich future. Because I plan it, okay? That's smack dab in the middle of this reading. And this is the heart chakra energy because it's in the middle. It's the bridge. So what have you been planning? You've started from the top. You know, these are the cards on the top. This is our Hierophant energy. This is our High Priestess energy. followed by the Empress energy. These women are working for us to bring forth that harvest. This is in the middle of how we show up. I'm going to read this next so that we can truly begin to live our best life yet. King of Pentacles energy, gaining the partnerships and the commitments of what comes next. Spirit said, yeah, y'all need to hear all of this. So this is the Seven of Wands energy, and it's basically saying you deserve it. You deserve the most abundantly rich life that you could even ask or imagine, but are you in the capacity to hold it? It says, I am deserving of this success, and I will bravely shine my light into the world. Y'all, we can't make this up. Let me ring my bell. We can ring my bell. It says, I will bravely shine my light into the world. My abundantly rich future, I gotta shine bright like a diamond in order to get it, because it says, I am thankful for what I have already planted. And I know that it's going to bring me into this abundance. Again, it says, I am deserving of this success, and I will bravely shine my light into the world. So what have you planted? Again, have you begun to nourish your fertile ground with your visions, with your dreams, with your expectations out of life, this life that you get to live? Have you done your work? Okay? Have you begun to do your work? Because this is the first card out of this deck, and it is the Hierophant. They wanted me to read that one next. The Hierophant is all about you showing up for you as you. If some of you have been on my social media platforms, you've seen that I've been, my mindset, mine personally, Chantel Sierra Shakim's mindset has been, I am the messenger and the message. I am the message and the messenger. And this is the first card out. For those of you who haven't seen the card pull from the beginning, you can see the full replay on my Circle of Sister Table Talk podcast, where you can see it from the end to the beginning to the end, as I will be posting all of these, and have been for 163 days, y'all. Showing up for my little girl and playing, y'all, but also getting divine insight along the way. So the Hierophant, and what does he have to say? I am my own guru, and the guidance I need is rooted in my faith, my belief, and my unique essence. It's rooted in your faith, your belief, and your unique essence. So have you rooted into that? Have you truly begun to see life from that perspective? I am my own guru, and the guidance I need is rooted in my faith, my belief, and my unique essence. So even in this card, it's telling us that we have to continue to go within so we don't do without. But it doesn't negate partnerships as it ended, okay, with this partnership card. Are you ready to begin to find those that connect with who you are, with what you believe, with what you are sent to be, do, and have? Because that is the place where you will truly begin to see the success you are deserving of. And it looks different for us all. So if you are called into this space, it's because I have a message for us all. And this is what you needed to hear today, as I did too. All right? So the Lovers come through, and they say, my heart is open to deeply meaningful relationships, and I expand into this union with loving trust. And I have to go back to her, the High Priestess. Are you trusting in you, the High Priestess, the high priest, if you're a man. Are you trusting in you? Because we're teeter-tottering as we are moving through this middle card, our heart chakra. The lower frequency energies merged with the higher frequency energies. So the major arcana card number 2 is the high priestess. And she says, I have the answers I seek. And by following the truth, I will find them. By following my truth, I will find them. Because you've planted it. It's deep rooted. It's ancestral. It's here for your success. But are you watering it? Are you nurturing it? Are you coming into communion with it so that you can truly birth it into this now reality and receive this King of Pentacles experience? That is the last one we're going to read. And then we are going to jump into our soul's journey and see how they would lead us. All right? I hope you're picking up what I'm putting out. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for showing up for you. Because this is how we do it. And it says very simply, I dream my endless potential into existence with steady desire and effort. I dream thoughts becoming things. My endless potential, spirit never dies, into this existence with steady desire and effort. You have to partner with spirit, your own highest self, to create the life and not settle for anything less. It is a work, y'all. But we are here and we remember. And if you tap on in that place of surrender, ebbing and flowing through life, seeing everything as a divine reflection of self. What is it here to teach me? What am I learning in this experience? How is this supporting my beliefs? As it says, what are you rooted in? Are these truly beliefs that you still believe in? Are these things that support your growth and evolution? We're going to tap into the Soul's Journey card and see if we can come to some solutions, okay? The Soul's Journey cards are always about giving us a divine message of how we move in a space of balance. Like I said, ebb and flow. That one shot right over there because they wanted us to know that it's not balance as equal. It's up and it's down. But is it truly allowing you to move forward into the space where you abound, the place that you are birthing? And it's not always easy. Those of you who are mothers, y'all know giving birth ain't too easy. But when you learn to go with the flow, you feel the contractions, you breathe. The contractions let up, you push. Oh! That is the balance, y'all. This is the woman giving birth. This is symbolic to how we have to show up, birthing ourselves into this new space of consciousness. Balance says, I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. This is that energy, what I was talking about before, of seeing everybody as me, seeing every situation here to serve me, seeing everything working for my highest good, not being done to me, but being done through me. Oh, y'all picking up what I'm putting down? I hope you are. This is divine timing. We are showing up and we are giving you some insight where you can show up and show out in a space of gratitude and not blame. Back to back, y'all. So what is gratitude? It talked about it right here on this cup, on this card, I believe. It said, I give thanks for what I am about to harvest. Let's Let's tap into that. Because, yeah, gratitude. And we going to jump back and forth. We go back, forth and forth. This is Pentacles. This is our abundance, y'all. This is how we get those things that we desire, those things that we hope for, those things that we have planted. And it says very clearly, right in the middle of the heart space energy, I give thanks for what I am about to harvest. I know that my life is headed in the right direction. And the soul's journey is saying you got to get more grateful. You got to get more thankful. You got to see it from the end, from the top to the bottom. I know that success, abundance, joy, happiness, partnerships, whatever you desire, you have to know that you are worthy of this richly abundant life. And you have to give thanks as if you've already achieved it, received it, and lived it. Gratitude here says, I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. Yesterday, we had the Two of Wands card that talked about the universe is full of opportunities for adventure. What are you willing? Are you willing to take give thanks? Are you willing to take the journey? Are you willing to get grateful while you're taking the journey? Putting the cart before the horse. Although I know in everyday sense we've heard don't put the cart before the horse. That's a limiting belief. If I know what I desire, in some cases, but in this card that we presented, it was a man walking before the horse. Maybe he's pulling the rest of the cart behind, but you are the cart. You are the message. You are the voice. You are the dream come true. And you have to go forth first in gratitude, being thankful for all that you get to do, all that you get to see, all the impact of this successfully abundant life and what it has in store for you. You can't move into blaming, because blame does have a message for us, but it's not to give our power away. It's not to say somebody made me do it, somebody's keeping me from it. It's none of that. Blame here says, I accept responsibility for my well-being. I accept responsibility for my well-being. This is where we bring things into that harmonious resolution, because we don't have to force, fight, or convince anyone. We just have to do what we are being sent to do. As the last card comes out of for the soul's journey, humor. You gotta humor yourself sometimes. You have to see the world as humorous so that it'll shift that energy up. Because people be doing some really crazy stuff. And you got to play with it. Because that is where you will move into your abundance. And you don't blame nobody. You take responsibility for your well-being. So we are getting this fourth card for our foundational guidance of our soul. It says humor. When was the last time you laughed? When was the last time you found humor in things that could have made you mad? When was the last time you've decided intentionally, hey, I'm just going to play. I'm going to find the humor in every day. Yes, it is a struggle. And yes, you will be mad in some of these situations. But after it, I'll be glad, because the message has been received and it was sent for me. So now I got to learn the lessons and kind of eat it up, right? Because I didn't think it was for me, but I've planted the seeds. And so now whatever shows up in my reality is a reflection of me. So humor teaches us, greetings, Era. We tapping into the soul's journey. We got 4 foundational cards. We came out with balance. We came out with gratitude. We came out with blame. And then the last card is humor. Humor says, I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. Okay? Bing, 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 bing. This is how we truly do take responsibility for our own well-being. Giving thanks for this life and the opportunities that it presents, while we bring a state of perfect harmony into our world that we are birthing without judgment. Understanding that we are worthy of the success that it's brought, that it's bringing. And know that, you know what, we can go down to the lower frequencies and really have to navigate again. I am what? And then have to bring it back up, you know. But if you can just stay in the lighter side of life, it ain't that serious until you make it that serious. You know, getting clear about those things that you desire and how they show up in this world through reflection, through projection, through situations, through other people. You know, we all in this together. We're learning to embrace and to appreciate and to know, as queens and kings, what's allowed in the inner courts and what has to go to the outer courts. Okay? This is how we balance it, because heaven is on earth, but so is hell. So which experience do you choose? As the ancestors come out, the first card out, oh my God, they are funny right now. They said sometimes you gotta be boo-boo the fool. Boo-boo the fool. It says possibility and potential. Sometimes you gotta look, everybody plays the fool. Sometimes there's no exception to the rules. But as long as you playing the fool in your own game, because you are the Hierophant, you are the guide, and you are the reflection on the other side. So go ahead, play with it. Find that place of being the fool. All right? Let's see what the ancestor has to say about this. Possibilities and potentials. If you didn't notice, this reel is all about divine time. Divine time to tap into the endless possibilities and potential available from what you have planted, okay? So here we go. Boo-boo the fool. I trust that I am unconditionally loved and supported. I trust that I am unconditionally loved and supported. By who, y'all? By who? Right? Be thankful. By you. By those who see you, those who support you, those who come into your circle to expand you, to grow you, to give you different insights and understandings about this life. The ancestral medicine says, gentle reminder not to take yourself or anything else so seriously. This that humor card, y'all. The lighter side of life, right? It's a choice. Don't take yourself or anything else so seriously. It says, don't take yourself or anything else so seriously. Try approaching life with curiosity and a joyous exploration. You never know what you're going to find next. You know, you see that black cat in the Matrix, okay? If you know what it is, you know what it is. You never know. But are you willing to take the leap? Because the boo-boo the fool is like the fool in the tarot, okay? So that's the first message from the ancestors. Sometimes you don't have to take yourself so seriously. Boom. These are the last ones we're going to go into. The Chariot, okay? It says the monarch, or victorious. Again, stay seated on your throne. Understand who you are. You are the guru, the guide, the navigation. But you have the shadow and the light on your side. Which direction are you willing to take? How are you going to find your victory? You got the victory, but it's up to you to see it, okay? So 7 is also in the major arcana card of the tarot. Of the chariot, of the major arcana of the tarot, it is the chariot, which is the monarch. This is those who have been before us, seated on their throne, high and lifted up. Yeah, those angelics, those guides, the higher parts of you as well, is victorious. And it says you have royalty in your DNA. Royalty in your DNA. This is King of Pentacles showing up. We already heard what he had to say. Okay? So now it's about navigating in that way. Showing up in that way. Knowing you have royalty in your DNA. All right? So let's go into the ancestral medicine. It says, it's go time. Which is what the other card said too. Are you ready? It's go time. Divine time is on your side. If you choose to move. When I move, you move. Just like that. When I move, you move. Just like that. Okay. That's how we move the energy. You got to move through it, y'all, and find the lighter side of life. Okay? But the ancestral medicine says, it's go time, my child. If we fail to plan, we plan to fail. For many of our ancestors, planning was a luxury they didn't have. This is your nudge to keep going. Get your strut on. It's time for you to plan to succeed. Plan to bring all wellness and goodness to you. You got to do it for you. Mind, body, and soul. Okay? This is how we roll. This is how we roll. What it is. How we roll. Hey, hey. You know that song? But the way you roll is dealing with this shadow. As the matriarch came out, again, we got the light and the darkness. It's all relevant. It's all relevant. It's all needed. It's all necessary. It's all to be loved and cherished and experienced. They said what they said. But understand, through the process, you have to navigate it in a space of gratitude of what it is teaching you. What fruit is it bearing for you? And is this the fruit you want to eat, Eve or Adam? Whoever. Okay? But this shadow card says trials and tribulations. Trials and tribulations could look like just tests. Just test. We all getting a grade. Take the test. Play the game. And know that you get to adjust along the way. One wrong answer doesn't end the game. One wrong answer doesn't say you are not worthy. And it doesn't say that you're not on track. It just says that's just an area you still have to work through. Okay? That's where the shadow comes up. That's where the trials and tribulations show up. Those are the places we still have to choose ourselves. Choose ye this day. All right, so this monarch energy is number 18. And let's see what it has to say. It says, I am willing to feel and release any fears and doubts. Oh, that's summing it up right there, y'all. When we move in the energy of fear and doubt, we begin to struggle. We begin to see the trials and tribulations. That's where things begin to unravel. So that you don't even have, you got to surrender it. Let it go. Liberate your heart, liberate your mind, liberate your soul. This is that emotions, right? Feeling it. It's on her shoulders. Is it weighing you down? But we talked about how being birthed, you know, when you birthing something, you might want to put it down, but you see the end goal. You know that these contractions are really here to move life in the right direction. If you get weary in your push, if you don't get in time on right timing of feeling and breathing through the contractions, you won't have the energy to push when it's time to push. They brought it back to that. But let's see what the ancestral medicine says. It says, the funny thing about the shadow is that it always pops up. Have you done your shadow work? That thing that's always you always want to blame? That's your shadow work. Take responsibility for your well-being. What is this thing teaching you about yourself? It's not anyone else. It's you. It's you. It's me. It's me too, most times. But I have learned to begin to say, okay, what are you here to teach me? How good can it get? Instead of wallowing in the lower frequencies of what I don't want to experience, of what I want to release. Coming back to that place of understanding I have royalty in my DNA, but it does not negate my shadow work. It does not negate the trials and tribulations, the tests. But it's saying the way we pass is being in humor and utilizing gratitude. We in green today. And that's exactly what they say. This third eye energy, okay? You have to see it from the end of what you desire, what you are working for, what you've already planted in the mud, and know that it will bring fruit. The more you talk to it, the more you express it, the more you know it for sure. This is what I am to be, do, and have, because you're seated on your throne. And it says you got the victory. You are deserving of this success, but you have to see it through. And it's not only for me, it's for you. All right, this is good stuff. The last cards we're going to tap into is our chakra energy, okay? We're going to see where we need to align this frequency of divine time. I didn't want to pull it, but it came out anyway. It just slid on down. I was like, I didn't even shuffle you good, but they was like, yeah. Nurturing, okay? This is number 3. Ooh, this is our God energy. This is the Lion of Judah energy. This is the mind, body, and soul energy. Nourishing it. Nourishing your inner child. Showing up in this space of protection for yourself. Nourishing yourself along the path, along the journey, knowing that it is a spiral. It is a creative expression. You see that yellow? And you get to do it. That's what I'm inspired to say. But let's see what the book says for this chakra energy of nurturing. Number 3, it says, I am nurturing myself in all aspects of life, and I am open to receive this powerful, loving energy now and always. Oh, that sounded good to me. Y'all, we can't make this up. We cannot make it up. It says, I am nurturing myself in all aspects of life, right? This is coming out of the blame, taking responsibility for your well-being, okay? So that you can begin to have this place of the success you are deserving. And it says, I am nurturing myself in all aspects of life, and I am open. You got to keep your heart open. You got to keep your mind open. You have to keep that seed of creation open. The seed of creation is the world you're birthing, open, so that to receive this powerful, loving energy now and always. So that is that royalty energy. That's the angels, the ancestors, all those that love you and support you and are moving you into the next part of your journey, if you so choose. Because the seeds have already been planted by you the moment you came into this earth. But it does take working through all that we've endured, all that we've went through, all that we've had to experience in order to find the breakthrough. And I'm telling you now, love is it. Love is the breakthrough. And family. How are you showing up in your family? Do you understand that family is not only your biological family, it's your starseed family, it's your collective seed family, it's the family of humanity as a whole. And y'all know what? That's the freedom number, number 5. This is all of us is just monkeying around. We all just monkeying around, okay? If you get it, you get it. We're going to ring that in. But yes, family is important. And this is that partnership of family that supports this new place in life you find yourself. So we're going to read what family says. And we're going to really become, like, you guys are my family too. Those of you who continue to show up and take in these messages, those of you in my sanctuary, you are my family too. Those of you in the TikTok world who follow me, you're my family. Those of you in my YouTube world, you're my family. We are all showing up. And there's something that is inspiring you to show up. For you, but also for me. And me also for you. So this is family too. Okay? And it says, I am at peace and at one with my family. I am at peace and one with my family. We're going to close out with this reading. I'm going to read the full paragraph from the book because family is important. And it's making me remember what I just posted today. This is how Spirit confirms a word. I just posted on my sister's page of the graduation that we were at a couple weeks ago for my nephew, and I said those similar words. You know, family is important. I didn't know I would be pulling this card today, but I understand the value of family. And even though your family can be the biggest place where you're tested the most, traumatized the most, impacted the most, because that is what creates the vision, the goal, the purpose, and brings it to the surface for you. Because you're not only doing the work for you, you're doing the work for your family. So let's see what this has to say. I ain't read this in a while. It says, you have pulled this card into your awareness today to let you know the energy of your ancestors surrounding you. We give thanks. Wow. We give thanks. It is a powerful time for healing family wounds and dissolving any ancestral trauma. It has been understood for thousands of years that we carry through our bloodlines old patterns, trauma from those family members who walked before us. Just like some physical issues can be handed down the family line, so can emotional, mental, and spiritual imbalances. Woo, they speaking today. There is a big chance that a challenge you are going through at this time could be connected in some way to your family karma. Take a moment to tune in and ask where this pattern or challenge is coming from. You can do this by quieting the mind and taking some time to be still and to listen. Once you identify the root of this issue, you can simply light a candle and have a conversation in your mind with that family member or with that family pattern. Okay? I added that. Whew. See yourself handing back the issue to this ancestor. They place this energy into their, they place this energy into their heart, where it is transmuted into something positive, and then they hand it back to you. The ancestors are supporting us, y'all. Get a grip. Take it in. Let your heart be full. Oh, they can do the work on the other side a lot easier. And they hand it back to you. Now place it in your heart for healing. Allow this energy to release you from the karma as you now receive love, wisdom, and guidance from your ancestors. Family is an integral part of life. We are born into these little tribes for a reason. We learn big lessons of unconditional love through the interactions and challenges with family. This card can also indicate that you may have been experiencing some conflict within the family unit, and it is now time to resolve. Divine timing, y'all. This card could also be a sign that a family member who has passed away is with you, guiding and supporting you from the other side. Booyah, helping you to succeed. A powerful way to connect to your ancestors is through the energy of trees. You see the trees in the background? Monkeys being trees, okay? Keeping it light, just in case. Okay, this card could also be, okay, a powerful way to connect is through the energy of trees. Take a moment to sit in nature with your favorite tree and open yourself up to hear the whispers of wisdom from the ancestors, the ones who walked the path before you. All right. The ancestors are calling us forward, y'all. They saying, come on. We have wisdom. We have knowledge. We have a way to transmute the low frequencies for you and give it back to you, filled with wisdom, filled with love, filled with insight, so that you can truly show up knowing that you are the guru. You are the guide. You have royalty in your blood and walking by your side. We give thanks and we show up and we say thank you, thank you, thank you for this most abundantly rich and successful life. We do not take it for granted. We make the plan, write the vision, make it plain, and then begin to do the same. That's for me, y'all, because I've been talking about this. Speaking of the alignment boot camp coming up July 5th, you do not want to miss it. If you haven't yet, drop a chat, drop a line. If you haven't reached out on Good Vibes Lounge LLC and commented boot camp on the comment, you will be missing out. We will be tapping into our alignment blueprint for 8 weeks, getting clear about those old stories, those karmic cycles that we have been carrying, but we have not been able to release because we don't hear what they're saying, okay? Or we are so untrusting of what we do hear. that we have to write it down and make it clear. And this is where practical spirituality meets holistic health, where you begin to take responsibility for your well-being. And you got the answers. And you are ready to birth it because it's already been planted. And it is already said you are deserving. And you can take this time to sit in that space of royalty as you love on you like nobody else can. So if you haven't already, tap in. Be prepared to see more about the Aligned Boot Camp coming up July the 5th. And also connecting with us in community, whether it be on YouTube, whether it be in the sanctuary, depending on what you need and where you get it. I am your host. I am your holistic self-care practitioner and soul guide, helping us navigate the experience. So until next time, you are the message, you are the voice, you are the power, you are the dream come true. Whatever happens next depends on you. Until next time, peace and love. Good night.